Are you in the market for a pressure washer? Are you finally ready to just keep up on that patio and your siding and your fence and your driveway and just keep the goo away all the time? It's a great time to check out a pressure washer. But if you get out there and you start looking online or you go into a box store, you're gonna see countless options. Today, I wanna narrow down a little bit. I wanna help you pick the right pressure washer for your job. And we're gonna cover what really the differences are. There are tons of brands. And let's start with one key factor. Nobody makes a complete pressure washer, right? Nobody makes a complete pressure washer. What they are is they're components and they're coming together on different frames. So if you look, I've got my Top Gun right here and I've got my BE right here. Both are pressure washers, both run Honda engines, both run Comet pumps, but they're on different frames. So first thing, when you buy a pressure washer, to look for is the engine. I want a Honda. Please stay away from the import engines that are knockoffs. They are just garbage. They are also hard to get parts and to get service for. So you're kind of buying into something that's going to be a pain in the butt in 5 years. So stay away from that. So Honda engine, preferably a horizontal shaft, right? So a lawnmower engine, flip this way with the crankshaft going down, is called a vertical shaft. A horizontal shaft is a better pressure washer engine, and it's almost always coupled with a better pump. What is the pump? Here are my pumps, right? So I've got a pump here and a pump here. On a vertical shaft, it would actually be hanging below it. Those are usually the things that you're gonna see for under $400. Usually a sub 500 hour life pressure washer, just to give you an idea. We have that failure all the time. When we get into pumps, we have two different styles. We have what's called an axial cam, and we have a piston or a triplex pump. And the whole setup inside is different. On an axial cam, we've got this little wobble plate that's being spun and it's pushing these little plungers. On a triplex or a piston pump here, we actually have almost more like an engine. Have you ever seen an engine? You've got a crankshaft and you have connecting rods and pistons. So in here, it's like a little 3-cylinder engine, right? And you have these pistons going up and down. This is a 2,000 hour pump. This is a 500 hour plus pump, okay? Just to give you an idea, we're usually pushing more gallons per minute out of a commercial grade, a triplex pump. And that is important, right? It's very easy to have high pressure. We've talked about this on blowers. High miles per hour is very easy. We just make it go through a smaller tube and it's pushing out 200 miles per hour, but it's not moving anything. We need volume. So we're always looking at a very good balance of volume and pressure. At Carl's Mower and Saw, we stock the BE brand and the Top Gun brand, and you'll kind of see them interchange, and it really comes down to what's going to be the best price for you that day. Right now in the Top Gun, we've got the consumer GC Honda coupled with an axial cam pump. Well, why aren't we putting a commercial GX Honda on this machine? This pump doesn't deserve this engine. Why aren't we putting a commercial triplex pump on a GC engine? Well, this engine doesn't deserve this pump, really. So it comes down to matching the right engine to pump. A couple other things to look at. One is hoses. We've got quick connect hoses versus what's called an M22 threaded fitting. You'll see that on a lot of your cheaper machines, a lot of your electric machines where you're threading on the hose. Those are a pain. They get tight. You can't take them loose. They also lock you into where you've got a 25-foot hose and it's a pain in the butt to add hose to it. These are super easy, right? This is a 25-foot hose that comes with this thing. You can come into Carl's, pick up a 50-foot hose. Bam, now you have an option of that 25-foot hose when you're washing your car, right? You can throw on the 50-foot hose when you're doing your patio, and then you can connect the two together, 75 feet, when you're doing your driveway. Really nice to have that option, easy to go in and out. We also have different nozzles, really quick change nozzles on the tip. Same with the Pro. As we move up to the Pros, we're gonna have an adjustable unloader. See this red knob here? What this does is increases or decreases the pressure. So if I'm washing a cedar fence, I don't wanna pound the crap out of it, right? I want to hit that softly. I want to wash it, not pulverize it. And so I can actually open this up, keeping the volume the same, keeping 3 gallons per minute of flow through it, right? But putting out 2,000 PSI versus 3,000 PSI. So just that's a quick overview on pressure washers. We move up, we go from a consumer engine, consumer pump, to a commercial engine, commercial pump, and then we get up to even a bigger, a Honda GX390, a 13 horse, with a larger pump putting out 4,000 PSI and 4 gallon per minute. To learn more about pressure washers, to become an expert in pressure washers, to make sure you get the right pressure washer, not something that's going to fight you or not perform, stop by Carl's Mower and Saw.